Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're unlocking what is literally a linguistic superpower, and that is grammatical time travel. We're going to look at how to seamlessly express complex cause and effect relationships that bridge the gap between yesterday and right now. I know, it kind of sounds like science fiction, but it's absolutely just great grammar.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our clear roadmap for untangling the messy reality of mixed tenses. First, we have the time travel dilemma. Then, defining mixed time conditionals. Third, past action, present result. Fourth, present trait, past action. Fifth, putting it into practice. And finally, number 6, master your grammar timeline. Kicking things off with Section 1, the time travel dilemma. Now, think about this super relatable scenario straight from our source materials warm-up. If I had done my homework, well, wait, does the result of that hypothetical happen earlier, or does it happen now? This is the classic trap, right? As learners, we often feel like tenses need to neatly align, past with past, present with present, but, real life just doesn't work that way. Our past choices immediately crash into our present reality.
Let's move right along to Section 2, defining mixed time conditionals.
So, what exactly do we mean when we talk about breaking the normal rules of time? The absolutely crucial takeaway we need to grasp is this. A mixed time conditional occurs when the time in the if clause and the time in the result clause are fundamentally different. English literally gives us the flexibility to jump between the past and the present within a single cohesive sentence. You are never just stuck in one time zone. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where this dual timeline concept comes from in the official source chart. Notice how one clause can be firmly rooted in the present while the other is completely anchored in the past. It's basically a map for bending time to make a logical point. Which brings us nicely to Section 3, past action, present result. Let's look at the gritty reality versus the conditional hypothetical. The real situation: I did not eat breakfast several hours ago, so I am hungry now. That is a past action leading directly to a present state. Now let's look at the conditional statement. If I had eaten breakfast several hours ago, I would not be hungry now. See what happened there? We're changing a past reality to imagine a totally different present outcome. When you map this out visually, the shift is pretty stark. It's like a giant puzzle where the pieces span across time. The cause lives entirely in the past. Several hours ago, no breakfast. The effect lives entirely in the present. Right now, I'm hungry. By visualizing this, you honestly just stop worrying about matching the tenses perfectly, and you start focusing on the actual logic of cause and effect. All right, Section 4 flips the script a bit. Present trait, past action. Let's contrast reality with the hypothetical again, but backwards this time. The real situation: he is not a good student, so he did not study for the test yesterday. Notice that not a good student is a general, present, ongoing trait. The conditional statement becomes, if he were a good student, he would have studied for the test yesterday. In this case, the present trait dictates the hypothetical past action. Mapping this out visually shows us that time travel works in both directions when dealing with hypotheticals. The general present trait, being a bad student, projects backward to explain a specific past failure, which was not studying yesterday. It proves that who you are right now has a direct, hardwired grammatical relationship with what you did or didn't do in the past. Okay, let's shift gears into Section 5, putting it into practice. So, the crucial point is how often we actually use this. Let's organize some scenarios into a clear table. Look at Lynn in Egypt. Her passport renewal was an earlier past action, but her being in Egypt is a present result. Professor Azuri's teaching assignment, again, earlier past action, but her happiness is the present result. And the misplaced keys? Actually, scratch that. That one's reversed. That's a present trait of being a disorganized person resulting in an action an hour ago. We are literally mixing yesterday with now all the time. Just look at the sheer volume of daily life examples our source provides. Lynn renewing a passport, professors getting assignments, losing your glasses or your phone, a mom stuck in bed with the flu today who couldn't go shopping this morning, or paying a library fine right now for a book you didn't return yesterday. These aren't just obscure grammatical constructions for a textbook. These are the actual sentences we rely on every single day to explain our lives to each other. And finally, Section 6, master your grammar timeline. We can break this whole thing down into a highly actionable 3-step process. Step 1, identify the past clause. What already happened. Step 2, identify the present clause. What's the ongoing trait or the current result? Step 3, mix the grammar. Apply your conditional rules to jump timelines. Having a repeatable formula like this makes building complex sentences feel incredibly empowering rather than, totally overwhelming. Let's take the first problem from the exercise as our baseline reality. I'm hungry now because I didn't eat dinner earlier. This is the plain literal truth that we need to transform into a hypothetical. We've identified our present, hungry now, and we've identified our past, didn't eat earlier.
Let's move to and condition and see how this builds into our final conditional statement. If I'd eaten dinner earlier, I wouldn't be hungry now. Boom. We've successfully taken the past failure, flipped it into hypothetical success, and dragged that success right near the present moment to theoretically cure our hunger. It's just a beautifully mixed statement.
So what does this all mean for you? I want to leave you with this final scenario from the source material. The room is full of flies because you left the door open. You have a present reality and a past mistake. How would you time travel this sentence? I challenge you to apply your new superpower right now. Think about the cause, think about the effect, and mix those timelines. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.